I'm gonna have to get used to that.
It's okay.
I
All
like
right,
it. I
boys,
think it's fun.
we're
We
back.
are back.
We
We're back,
are
baby.
we're back, baby.
Welcome to season
Yeah.
2,
Um,
guys.
season 2, Top Gun podcast. Thanks
Yeah.
for joining us, those that do. If you are catching this post recording, this is live. We're live. If you are catching this post recording, we're going to do a little introduction to what we're going to do today. And feel free to skip through the chapters and jump into it. But just wanted to let you guys know that what we're going to be doing today is we are going to be breaking down the AFC North and the NFC North positional power rankings. Just trying to look ahead at the NFL. But as far as this podcast goes, season 2, we typically sit down once a week. We discuss sports in general, whatever it may be, and then we just cut it up. Whatever subject topic pops into our heads, and so that is kind of what we're going to do today. We're going to start with our more geared, focused topic, and talking about the AFC North, the NFC North, having a little debate based on positions, see where that goes, and at the end, we got some things around sports to talk about, so we'll get into that. So, with that being said, gentlemen, let's discuss the AFC North. We're going to start there. Okay. Um, our regional Browns fan,
That's
Giovanni,
me.
Giovanni Schefter. Let's have you start us off.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on the Browns
Well,
so far?
trading away
What do you
Miles
think?
Garrett
What do you
was
think this season? Yeah.
controversial so far, but
Okay.
I think that was the right move for Jared Verse.
Okay. Jared Verse is a good pickup.
Yeah.
It's not like there was nothing gained in that, right?
It wasn't one of those trades where they're like, oh, they traded Miles Garrett for a bag of potato chips. Like,
We
Right.
got a
Right.
there,
first
A
round
water
pick for
jug
next
right?
and
year.
There
a
were there
copy
were
machine
actual
and
moves being made here. Like,
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Okay. And so does that change your opinion on the Browns record this year? I think you had said,
Yeah.
what did you say they were going to have? How many wins?
I said 13, I think. Maybe 12, 11. 11 wins.
11
11
wins.
wins.
You still sticking
I
with 11?
I might have to go to either 8 wins or 9 for now.
8 wins. Listen, that's a huge
It's still not
improvement.
bad.
No,
Yeah.
8 wins is a huge improvement for the Cleveland Browns. So,
and I
all
think
right. So,
Yeah.
Morrison, that's where
yeah,
we both had him
Yeah.
around, was that 7 to 9 range
I think I had
with
him
Miles
at,
Garrett.
yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
that obviously not having him on defense is like, I mean, he's a conduit of energy, and I mean for
I
the
will,
Rams that'll be good for them, but the Browns, I think it might be good to see some new faces. I
and we
really want to see how this develops.
will obviously get into this in this
Yeah,
debate here, um, and kind of break down what our opinions are. But they did lose the best player in the NFL on defense,
Yeah.
um, but their offense got better in the offseason.
Yeah.
Jared Verse
Obviously.
is a good player. He's going to pick up the slack there where Miles Garrett leaves off. He's not
Hmm.
Miles Garrett. We know
I
that.
know that.
You're not going to get another Miles Garrett. There's only one.
right.
Um, but their offense did get a little bit better, and they strengthened some gaps that they have. And the 2027 draft is something to look forward to. So I know Browns fans are probably going to do that. So with that being said, let's get into this here, boys. We're going to break
Okay.
down the AFC North. Okay, and so what we have in front of us is we have the AFC North categories, and then also the teams, right? And so, how we are going to do it as a podcast is we are going to break down the pilot, right? The quarterback, strike
Yeah.
force, the running back tandem or solo. Uh, s- the other set of the strike force is wide receiver one, the wingman, number two, right? The other wingman, who probably be opposite of it, is the tight end and the tight end room, and then air defense, and then flight command, the coaching. Okay. And then what we're going to do down here at the bottom is we are going to get into kind of where we rank each team. And some of these AFC South, AFC North, whoever we fall upon as we go through this series, it's going to be easier to figure out who is the best and who's not. But we're going to give a little bit of some talking points as we go through this. So let's jump into it here with the AFC North and their quote unquote pilots. Am I right?
Yeah.
So when we're looking at the AFC North for pilots, let me give you guys the rundown here. We're looking at the Bengals with Joe Burrow and Joe Flacco, if Joe Burrow traditionally should get hurt. We're looking at the Browns with a quarterback controversy between Deshaun Watson and Shadur Sanders. And there's always Dylan Gabriel. I mean,
hmm
we have Lamar Jackson and probably Snoop Huntley because they always seem
Yeah.
to hire to
Yeah.
sign him at some point during the year. And Aaron Rodgers and Mason Rudolph. So,
And
in your guys' opinion, and any kind of little snippet that you can say, who do you like coming out of the AFC North for quarterbacks?
I would say Lamar Jackson on the Ravens just because he is unbelievable throwing the ball and running the ball at the same time. I'm gonna have to go with Lamar Jackson.
Okay. And I'm
Yeah.
gonna also sorry, Cooper. I'm gonna interject here and
Oh,
say
you're good.
this: we're not a fantasy football podcast in a sense
Right.
of we're not telling you who's going to put up the best numbers. Now the AFC North has 3 quarterbacks who have won or come pretty close to winning MVPs based on just quarterback statistics. I mean, they have 3 guys who can put up numbers. That's not the point. It's we're looking at like strength, like positional depth chart, right? And with that being said, that doesn't always mean they have the best numbers. Okay, they lead their teams to victories. Tom Brady wasn't always the number 1 quarterback, but he always seemed to be right there in the mix. Does that make sense?
He
Like
had
he was
the
always
non-measurables. The
correct.
non-measurables.
The intelligence, the IQ, a lot of times it helped his teams win. That being said, go ahead, Cooper. Continue what you were saying.
Well, when you mentioned the Steelers, I'm gonna be honest, and no offense to Mason Rudolph, I completely forgot he still played on the Steelers.
Yeah.
Like it's just a
He's
afterthought
he's a
because
warm body.
well, yeah, and the Steelers, especially in the past few years, have just rotated through so many guys, and he's always been quarterback too. But you bring up the good point of there's at least 3 quarterbacks in the AFC North who can put up big numbers, and if you look at all the starters in their prime, all 4 are 4 of the best quarterbacks in the league.
And don't
Yeah,
forget they drafted Drew Allen.
Yeah.
Drew
yeah.
Aller.
Drew
And
Aller.
it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Will Howard.
yeah. So like you're looking
Like-
at 4 MVP at one point in
Or
the last
another.
20 years.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or second place, you know.
Right.
Now we all also know that they're not all MVP caliber except for maybe a couple of them, but okay, so let's start with Cooper. If you had to rank these ones, where would you say you're at and why?
I think number 1 has to go to Lamar Jackson. Kind of like Giovanni said, he's great. Like, he's very versatile. And we've seen what he can do. Obviously, maybe these past few seasons, he has struggled to be at that highest level that he's kind of is known to be at. He hasn't been the caliber of player that he once was. But I still think when putting him up against the current state of the other quarterbacks in the AFC North, I think he's far and away the best. But then, I mean, are we talking about the QB, like the depth at the position, or just QB ones?
And that could be a factor.
Okay.
That could be a factor because I don't want to say no. The QB position is unique in a sense of, if you're falling to your QB2, a lot of times you're in trouble. But when we get to the other positions and we look at running back, that running back 2 or the wide receiver 3 position could play a factor with some of these teams. So I don't want to
Yeah.
say, these are only the starters, because I mean, there's a couple number 2s or number 3s that are actually pretty good players, or would be number 1s or 2s on any other team.
I mean, like when you go to, I think the biggest one from last year was like um, Mac Jones and Malik Willis.
Right.
Both of those guys
Yeah.
stepped up in big ways throughout the season and could have easily been starting quarterbacks on their teams.
And throw the record out the window. Jacoby Brissett put up some great numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in fact, he's kind of got the Cardinals right where he wants them right now.
Yeah.
They're going to have to pay him because they don't
that's
have a quarterback right now.
That's a good point. But I think number one for the AFC North, regardless of Hughes QB2, which I do think that will end up being Snoop Huntley for the Ravens. I think Ravens definitely have the best quarterback in the AFC North. Now, number 2, for me at least, is where it gets a bit dicey, because it's tough, but I would have to go with the Bengals just because Joe Burrow has proven more, even though he does get injured. When he's healthy, I would say that he's a better quarterback than Deshaun Watson has been in Cleveland or Aaron Rodgers in Pittsburgh.
Gotcha.
So I have Bengals at 2. And then honestly, man, 3 and 4, not two of the I won't say the worst, but definitely not the best quarterback situations in the league between the Browns and Steelers. But
Yeah.
I think that I'll put the Browns ahead of the Steelers just because of the potential for Deshaun to he's more likely to reach back to the player that he was rather than Aaron Rodgers. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
Deshaun Watson, he hasn't had a real opportunity to kind of get return to form. Like the most he's played in Cleveland in a season is what, 3 games?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 3 or 4 before he tore his Achilles.
Yeah, that's not good at all.
Right, and so you have to think he's hardly even completely healthy when he's playing if he's getting injured like at the snap of a finger. So
Mhm.
we've already
Yeah.
seen that Shadur can be okay. He can be good.
Yeah.
So I think Browns will have number 3 quarterback, and then that will leave the Steelers in that 4th position. But I think that between 3rd and 4th, it's pretty tight. Like,
Okay.
I could see it going either way for me.
Okay. Yeah. All right, Giovanni, do you have any opinions?
I definitely agree with Cooper's picks. Just because the AFC North is a little juggernaut here and there, but I would agree with Cooper's pick.
Okay.
Yeah, I would
Now,
say with
I
Lamar and Joe that it's
go ahead, Cooper.
Lamar and Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
It's kind of you kind of get that juggernaut, but yeah.
I think that, yeah, I agree with you here. I think that my 1 and 2 best are they're right there with each other. That they
Yeah.
are close. That Joe Burrow, when he's healthy, he's an MVP caliber quarterback.
Yeah, he can go
Lamar
toe to toe with
Jackson.
Lamar.
Lamar Jackson, when he's healthy, MVP caliber quarterback. The problem is that traditionally these two guys have sucked. When it comes later in the season, they're just absent. They're not there. They're consistently hurt, and that's not always their fault. I mean, I look at in a sense of like Joe Burrow, the team spent their entire capital on 2 wide receivers, so they have no run game, they have no O-line, and they have no defense. And so a guy as good as Joe Burrow gets beat up all the time. So I'm not going to disagree with you. When I sat down, I would have tended to say that if you wanted me to sit down and take a quarterback, I probably would have taken Joe Burrow as number 1 out of those 4 starters. Only because I think he's a better true quarterback. Now, with that being said, Lamar Jackson has developed as a quarterback, and he has been able to lead a team and get multiple MVPs. And so I can agree with you guys with Lamar Jackson. I do think that Lamar Jackson could be, and I'll move that there, now, I think that he definitely could be a number one as far
Yeah.
as those four. And then, like we all said, I could see Joe Burrow being a solid right behind it. These two being interchangeable um,
I feel like the
at
ranking,
any time, depending
yeah,
on who's healthy.
Go
ranking
ahead, Coop.
wise, for me, it was tough between 1 and 2, and then tough between 3 and 4.
Now, I'll say this: Shadur Sanders still isn't proven yet. The games that he won, they weren't against good teams. They weren't great. It's not like his stats were blowing people out of the water. And I know I don't want to sound like a Shadur hater, but at the same time, I don't think he's a bridge quarterback. He's going to get you to the next guy. He's not the answer.
Yeah.
Is he good enough to win some ball games? Yes. Aaron Rodgers took the Steelers to the playoffs last year.
This is true. That's
But lost in the playoffs.
Lost in the playoffs,
but he went to the playoffs.
but he went
Right.
to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? And so that's
Mhm.
where I have a problem. I know I know he's old. I know the team is struggling, that they traded away some assets or let some assets go, that kind of thing over the last couple years. They lost their head coach. There's a lot of question marks with the Steelers, but I would venture to say that with Aaron Rodgers, and he has that Tom Brady factor where somehow he wins. He's clutch. I would put
Yeah.
him ahead of whatever comes out of Cleveland this year.
Okay.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I just don't
Fair enough.
I don't see it being him being better than a hurt Deshaun Watson. We still don't know what we're going to get out of Deshaun Watson and Shadur Sanders, who, again, fair's fair. We don't know what we're going to get out of Shadur Sanders. I mean, he could come out and prove us all wrong, or he could be just another average backup quarterback. So, and so that's where I would stop at the quarterback.
The pilot, for example.
The pilot. That's our pilot. Okay, strike force. Here we go. Running backs.
Running back.
This one I thought was hard when looking through the depth charts and new faces, different places kind of thing. And this is where the backups or the number 2 may come into play. We got Chase Brown with the Bengals.
Mhm.
We got Quinshon Judkins with the Browns. We've got Derrick Henry with the Ravens. And we've got Jalen Warren with the Steelers. Okay.
Mhm.
Anybody want to share their thoughts before we get into it too much?
I would honestly take Quinshon Judkins as my first, just because I know he got injured late in the season. But if he comes out again in his second season, I think he can be pretty good. So I can definitely say that maybe Quinshon Judkins is in the number 1, maybe even Derrick Henry.
Okay. So you're saying Derrick Henry, Quinshon Judkins. Okay.
Yeah.
I can understand that. And I'll share my justification here. Cooper?
Yeah, I was between, and it's tough for me because Derrick Henry, obviously he's proven what he can do, even with, he's getting up there for a running back.
Right.
And that's where I get slightly scared. Because he had monster seasons with the Ravens. But, as especially running backs, don't see too many of them go as long as Derrick Henry has gone in the NFL and then continue going.
At that level too.
Right, at that high of a level. I mean,
Mhm.
there's like, you could count on one hand how many guys have been able to do that.
Right. And every year you wonder, like, is this, you're sitting there with your fantasy team. Is this the year that Derrick
Almost like a
Henry
LeBron,
underperforms?
Right.
Exactly.
where you're like, is this the year where LeBron's done for? Which that
We'll get
is
into
a
that later.
conversation for later, because that is
Yeah.
wild.
We'll
Yeah.
talk about that later.
Right.
Yeah, I would say I was kind of between Quinshon Judkins and Chase Brown, where Chase Brown, I would like to say he's a very underrated running back.
2 years ago he had a great season.
Oh, he really did. And he's just been
And then he got hurt.
Yeah.
And
It's been a slight recession for him, but still,
Correct.
I mean, I think if he gets back to it, like he could be a monster.
Right. He's kind of in that same boat. It's, what are you going to get?
Yeah.
A hurt running back who's probably in their 5th year could be a problem.
When then again, it's like Quinshon Judkins, where he's coming back from injury, and he with an injury, he might end up having a sophomore slump, He
Right.
might end up like it's just super tough. And then the
Okay.
Steelers actually, you like it could really go any way with this, but
Well, okay. So let me build off of your
all right,
argument,
yeah.
Cooper.
What do you have to say about this? Because I'm
Here's the
struggling to rank these
here's the
guys.
running back twos. So you said like
Right.
sophomore slump, like something, if it doesn't go their way, if they don't get the number of carries that they had gotten in the past when they've had good years, um, who else is picking up the load? Okay, so here's the Bengals. After Chase Brown, they have Samaje Perine.
Good running back, solid guy.
In the past, he's been a great running
Right,
back.
right.
You know what you're getting with Samaje. The Browns, Dylan Sampson. The Ravens, Justice Hill. And the Steelers pick up Rico Dowdle.
Yeah, that's where I was jumping to next, where Jalen Warren, who's also a good running back, him and Rico Dowdle. You look at the little ranking right here on at least the depth chart I'm looking at
Mm-hmm.
has a little number next to him. Jalen Warren 95, Rico Dowdle 97. Not out of 100. That's like a listing, but like
Yeah.
it's that gap is just so tight between them. I think
Yeah.
splitting carries between them will be huge for the Steelers in terms of their run game.
I agree. So here's what I'm going to say. Chase Brown was very close to being an elite running back 2 years ago before he, hurt his ankle, and then last year when he hurt himself again,
Right.
he just fell into the injury. He couldn't get back on the field. Yeah.
Right.
Quinshon Judkins had a season-ending injury in a sense of something severe, and that like we've been talking about, just like Chase Brown, he's a good running back. We don't know what we're going to get coming back. Now,
Right.
Dylan Sampson picked up the load, but Dylan Sampson, we know, is not a high caliber running back. He is just there to carry some of the burden. Derrick Henry, healthy, an absolute horse, and he's proven to be one of the top 10 running backs in the league year after year after year after year. And they're going to use him, I would assume.
For sure.
Jalen Warren, he falls pretty far down the list. I don't see them giving him a lot of carries. I see him splitting a lot of time with Rico Dowdle, which could be good for the Steelers. And so they're going to be running back by committee, the Steelers. So if I were to say positional breakdown, I would say that the Ravens with Derrick Henry have the number one running back. That the Bengals, in my opinion, I'm sorry, Giovanni, Chase Brown probably is a better running back than Quinshon Judkins in his second year. And they're coming off very similar injuries in the sense of they've sat out for quite some time. And then I would say Quinshon Judkins. What I saw, he was NFL ready immediately. When they got all the off-field problems solved with Quinshon Judkins, that he did just fine. He was just fine with what he did, what his requirements were. And then Jalen Warren, good running back, but it's going to have to be running back by committee. So I would have to say Ravens, Bengals, Browns, Steelers.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about that?
Good. I think that's good. And again, it's just one of those things where there's so much that's up in the air with a lot of these guys that a few of these spots could be changing around like within by the week. They could be changing.
Yeah. And I'm sure
I would say I agree.
I'm sure that watching this, all these Bengals fans are like, see, we should be. Yeah. They've been this close for a couple years now.
Yeah.
And then don't even send them back to that Super Bowl loss, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So, okay. So there we go. Strike Force. Let's kind of fly through this one. We've taken a good amount of time on those first two, so let's try and move through this quick. And I think that this one's going to be a little bit easier. There's a little more disparity between these teams. Maybe the back end will be harder to say which team is the worst, in other words. Jamar Chase. Is anyone in the AFC North better than Jamar Chase?
Nah.
No. Correct answer
No.
is no. Okay.
No.
Bengals.
No
Easy.
objection there.
Boom.
Easy.
We
Boom.
will. No objection. Second best. So we have Zay Flowers, Casey Concepcion, and Michael Pittman, or DK Metcalf, depending on the day or
Right.
what offensive style the Steelers want to run.
Right.
Yeah.
So the question here is where does Zay Flowers fall? Does he fall behind DK Metcalf or does he fall in front of DK Metcalf?
Fall behind DK Metcalf, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's tough just because DK Metcalf obviously is not, again, he's one of those guys where he's just not the player that he was, like, for example, when he was in Seattle.
Right.
And that's a tough call to make, but strictly the fact that they have him on here as wide receiver 2, I think gives enough depth to the Steelers that
I think Michael Pittman matches more of what Aaron Rodgers likes to have in a wide receiver.
Right. But then having DK Metcalf in the chamber to go with Michael Pittman might give the Steelers that push.
Well, and that's why we got the wide receiver 2 category as well. So
okay. You're right.
Let's say Zay Flowers versus Michael Pittman. If we think that Michael Pittman is a better wide receiver than DK Metcalf, or will have a better year than DK Metcalf. Zay Flowers or Michael Pittman?
I have Zay Flowers on that then. When you put it, I agree. I completely forgot that there was a wide receiver 2 category. I thought we were just going.
I think that there's just so many good wide receivers in the league now that the league has changed that having a wide receiver 2 category, a second wingman, is necessary. Okay, so Giovanni, disagree with any of that? Zay Flowers over Michael Pittman?
I don't think so. No.
Okay. All right. So bump this up here. And then no offense to Casey Concepcion, but he ain't there yet. He ain't there yet.
I do just want to
I sure hope he does, but he ain't there yet.
Yeah, the fact though that he is wide receiver 1 and Jerry Jeudy, who is having an absolute career recession in Cleveland.
Yeah.
I just think that's that's wild.
Yeah, I mean, you go from he was almost wide receiver 1 in Denver. But he just was inconsistent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just too inconsistent. Okay, that brings us to wide receiver 2. Any disagreements with T. Higgins?
No.
Yeah, I don't have any. Bengals wide receiving room is nasty.
I mean, that's where they spent their money.
Yeah.
Of course.
I mean, when we get down here to defense, Bengals are going to be at the bottom. So, it's just where they spend their money, and they chose to give Joe Burrow weapons and not keep him off his back. So,
yeah.
All right, wingman 2 or wingman Jerry Jeudy.
Could you scroll it down to wide receiver 2 real quick? Thank you.
There we go.
Perfect.
Okay, so we have Jerry Jeudy, like we were saying, Rashad Bateman of the Ravens, and then DK Metcalf.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that crazy? DK Metcalf, who was like one of the top wide receivers in the league, is now not even better than another number 2 in the same division. But anyone disagree with this? I think that DK is far better than Jeudy, is far better than
Bateman,
Rashad Bateman.
Yeah, I would not disagree. I agree.
Okay. All right. Now, I will say this. With all the hate that Jerry Jeudy gets, I don't know how to put this. I think he's better than he played last year. I really do. And so that's where I'm hesitant. I think I would put Jerry Jeudy. He had a bad year last year. But as a Broncos fan, I've seen him play well. I've seen him be exciting. And now that he has 2 other wide receiver options to kind of take that pressure off of him, I hope that he gets rid of some of those demons, stop seeing some ghosts. And so I think that he's better than Rashad Bateman. What do you guys think?
Yeah, that's a hot take for sure. I would let me say this. I think Jerry Judy might bounce back. If he does, then I would agree with you, but it's a little bit of maybe for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's tough because again, that's one of those things where it's like it's about what you can't see. It's not all about the numbers here. Jerry Judy is still he's still a skillful wide receiver. He just was struggling last year, and
Big time.
to that extent, I would say, yeah, I think when you put it 1-on-1 still, Jerry Judy versus Rashad Bateman, I think Jerry Judy's a better wide receiver.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good to
All
me.
right.
And of course, no offense to Rashad Bateman, he is
Fourth
still
place.
a great wide receiver.
Yeah, and I
Okay.
mean Denzel Boston. I mean, if you want to look at wide receiver too, Denzel Boston's right there too.
Right.
Yeah,
Second round pick. He could be something special as well.
Yeah.
So, all
I
right, that
agree.
brings us to tight ends.
Yeah.
Here you go, Browns fans. We got Mike
Uh-huh.
Gesicki, Harold Fannin, Mark Andrews, Pat Fryermuth, and the Steelers run this tandem with Aaron Rodgers loves Darnell Washington.
Right.
and Darnell Washington is a freak.
He's a
Yeah.
large individual, very large
Uh-huh.
individual.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that being said, I have Harold Fannin. I mean, he
Right.
shows the most upside. He caught a ton of balls, caught more touchdowns than these guys. I
Yeah.
just, you know, the the Browns don't throw the ball downfield as much, and so these little check downs and crossing routes that they run are perfect for tight ends. They have two great running backs,
Of
and
course.
so I think that you can block and chip and then release and then be wide open in the middle of the field on a play action, which they run a lot. Now, Todd Monken might run a completely different offense than we've seen, but
Yeah.
I think Harold Fannin might be the best tight end in that group. Thoughts?
I definitely agree with you. Harold Fannin is a monster. I would definitely agree with you there.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think just to build off of what you were saying, where when you have Harold Fannin and these two solid running backs, not now with two more wide receivers, it just opens up the offense even more, and
Hmm.
hopefully we will see the ball get spread out a little bit more, and again just alleviate some of that pressure off of Jerry Judy, which I mean he was one of like well basically three targets last year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not
Yeah.
But
good.
I do think that he's the best tight end in the AFC North with Mark Andrews in a close second, which is tough
Okay.
because Mark Andrews, at least in my opinion, has not been as good as his peak. He's slightly past his prime, at least only by a few years, but still, I think
Yeah.
he's second best in the AFC North.
I agree. I mean, Mark Andrews is far more of an offensive threat than Gesicki, Fryermuth, or Washington. Um, had a rough couple the end of last year, the drop ball, to
Yeah,
keep them out of the playoffs, that kind of stuff. He's had some rough goes, but he's also been a statistical anomaly at times, throwing up huge games like 3 touchdowns, 100 plus yards. Like he's a big time tight end. Now he's putting years on, but I don't think that means he's less of a threat at the tight end position than Gesicki, Fryermuth, or Washington. Um, but that brings me to these last two, which are it's going to be a hard debate, but I don't think it'll be as hard, only because the Steelers have been. Um, Now I know Mike Tomlin's not there anymore, but they've been a tight end by committee kind of team. And Fryermuth and Washington, they've spread it around, and I do think that with those two together, the Steelers have a better tight end room
yeah,
than the Bengals, with
and
just
I
Mike Gesicki as their
yeah
true number one. No real backup
yeah.
to Mike Gesicki.
And I would agree with that just because I mean when you look back and I remember last year like you look at the weekly highlights or whatever each week you'll see either Pat Fryermuth or Darnell Washington get like a catch, truck two dudes, and get
Right.
10 yards after catch. Like
Rumbling,
those are
bumbling,
two
stumbling.
two beastly guys, and I think either one of them, in my opinion at least, is more of
Right.
a threat than Mike Gesicki, who again he's another one of those guys where take him back to his prime on whatever the Dolphins
The
maybe.
Dolphins, yeah.
I
Yeah.
think he might be in more conversations, but he's again been a bit of a shell of his former self. But
Right.
still,
Yeah.
honestly, a pretty solid conference for tight ends, if you ask me.
Yeah, I agree. Solid.
I think the
indeed.
word solid is where, you can
Right.
hang your hat. I'm not nothing special, no highlight reel kind of guys. But all
Not a
good.
George Kittle or Travis Kelce, but
They're gonna
Yeah.
do their
Right.
jobs. All right. Air defense or defense.
Defense.
I would have said the Browns
defense.
a while ago,
Okay.
but I don't know if we could say that anymore. Only
Really?
because,
Yeah.
With Jared Verse?
well, with Jared Verse, they're still pretty good. But
We
are
got
they the
Carson Schlesinger
best?
still.
Are they the best in the AFC North? That's my question for you, Giovanni.
Well, I will say yes, just because I know we traded the best defensive player on our team, but we still got the Rookie of the Year, Carson Schlesinger, which he is
Okay.
unbelievable, by the way. Jared Verse, he was a 2-time Pro Bowler and a Rookie of the Year with the Rams. I would say the Browns are the best defense in the AFC North.
Okay. I'm not disagreeing with you that they don't have a good defense. I have a problem saying that they're the best in the AFC North. But Cooper, go ahead.
I think it's a tough one, but honestly, like with the departure of Myles Garrett, I might go the way of honestly Baltimore.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
I mean,
good.
they got some really, really solid guys on their team, and they had some good depth. Like,
They still got
they-
Kyle Hamilton, right?
yeah,
Yep.
they do, and they also have
They've got several
corner.
guys.
They got Nate Wiggins, Marlon Humphrey, and then linebacker Roquan
Yeah.
Smith. Beast.
Yeah.
He's unbelievable.
Dog.
Edge. They pick up Trey Hendrickson, and then
Unbelievable.
their interior D line. When you have Justin Madubuike, Travis Jones, and Calais Campbell, all three guys that I think are really strong. I think there's more guys across the board. That
There's
bring the
several Hall of
defense
Famers
together.
on that defense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Agree. Yeah.
There's just there's more guys that bring it together across the board rather than potentially one greatest edge rusher of all, up there as one of the greatest in Myles Garrett, who's not even on the Browns anymore. I think the Ravens just have more consistency across the board. I would say that they're the best defense in the AFC North, but
Yeah.
the Browns I think can slide in at second, even with Myles Garrett. I think it'll be close, but
I know. Okay, so here's
it's
my
just
thoughts, and you guys
it's
are going to
so
have
crazy.
to talk me out of it.
Okay.
Is that I think that the Steelers are the best.
Oh my gosh. You really
So-
mean it?
Yeah, I think that T.J. Watt, Cam Hayward, Patrick Queen.
Oh yeah.
They got rid of
Jalen
Oh.
Ramsey? No.
yeah, they got rid of Ramsey.
Yeah.
But you have
they have Patrick Queen too.
Joey Joey
And-
Porter Jr., Alex Highsmith.
Jack
I mean, these
Sawyer.
guys. Yeah. Well, Jack
Darnell
Sawyer-
Savage, Jaquan.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Wait, hold up.
Okay.
Whoa.
They have the more seasoned, but
Yeah.
at the same time, I mean, it's just.
They have Jalen Ramsey. I forgot.
Yeah.
What?
Every time I always forget he's still playing, man.
Yeah,
He's getting up there, bro.
they got rid of Minka Fitzpatrick. That's who
Make
they
it
Yeah.
did.
Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, that's who I
Yeah.
was trying to think of. I couldn't think of it. Yeah. So
It's good.
I'm sorry, Giovanni, but I'm gonna have to say the Steelers, then the Ravens, then the
but
Browns. Now, with that being
Okay.
said, Giovanni,
Mm-hmm.
the Browns are still good,
Yeah.
but they have to play these teams twice every year.
Right.
I didn't even consider Pittsburgh. dude.
Yeah. Now,
Me
I
either.
think we have an easy one with defense here. I think we have an easy one at 4.
Yep.
I don't think they're even in the conversation
Just
right now.
throw them in the bin right there.
Yeah, just put them at the bottom. And and I think Bengals fans would understand that as far as the AFC North.
Yeah,
But
Bengals defense
I mean,
suck.
and this one could go any direction. But I have to say that it's probably between the Steelers and the Ravens for that top
Yeah.
spot. Only because of the things
Yeah.
that Cooper said and the people that we mentioned um, with the Steelers.
Okay.
Now, with that being said, Giovanni
Browns.
mentioned several
Mhm.
people on the Browns
Yeah,
that are the future.
of
I
course.
mean, you're looking at the future of the AFC North in the Browns, whereas these
Mhm.
other guys, they're more in a win now scenario.
Yeah.
I mean, Lamar Jackson's timetable's ticking. He's probably at the peak of his career right now, and they better start winning playoff games. Same with Joe Burrow, and Aaron Rodgers is. I mean, this is probably his last year. I mean,
Yeah.
we have this debate
He
every year.
yeah, he said it might be his last year.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
how does that look to you guys?
I think
It's
that looks
valid.
good.
It's
And
valid.
again, it's one of those things where, especially that 1 and 2 spot can change week by week because they're both just like, I mean, they're both great defenses. I mean, across the board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay. So, this is a tough one for the AFC North. Coaches. Only
Mhm.
because
No
Mike
long
Tomlin going.
tenured, Ket. No long tenured.
yeah, there's hardly any of them left from last year. So this is all
Yeah.
Zach Taylor is our tenured coach. Hired in
Zach-
2019 and took him to a Super Bowl, but has not done a whole lot since. Now I won't blame it all on
Everybody-
Zach Taylor.
Right.
Mhm.
He is the coach. It's kind of this Kevin Stefanski thing, but
Mhm.
they aren't
Yeah.
winning a whole lot. I know they haven't had their quarterback for full seasons at times, but
Yeah.
they're winning. They're losing games that they should win.
It might go to 4th.
Yeah. I don't think that Bengals fans would disagree if he's at 4th, but he is on the hot seat. I think that he is
Definitely.
on the hot seat. I can't put a coach that has taken a team to a Super Bowl in
Yeah.
4th, in my
Right,
opinion.
right.
Mike McCarthy, I think, is number 1. Former
I
head
would
coach of the
agree.
Cowboys,
That's
agree.
where I was going with that.
former head coach of the Packers. I think that he has the best resume. I think that was a great pickup by the Steelers. You hate to see it, but at the same
Yeah.
time, I think he'll fit in just fine.
Yeah.
But then these other two that are new, you have Jesse Minter of the Ravens, who is the former defensive coordinator with the Chargers. And before that, defensive coordinator at Michigan. Now, there's not a lot to it. And the Chargers defense has been good at times, but there's not a lot we know. The other one is Todd Monken, who was with the Browns at one point, is back with the Browns, offensive coordinator with the Ravens.
Yeah.
Which we know they've had a pretty decent offense, but it all was kind of channeled through two freak athletes. I mean, you have Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. Nothing you can do can coach either of those two. Nothing was taught to those two as far as like ability. It's all a strategy.
And don't forget, he coached 2 Georgia quarterbacks.
Right. Where are those Georgia quarterbacks now?
Nowhere.
Yeah, good. There we go. Yeah, I mean, one's riding the pine. Yeah, nowhere. Which I'm not going to discredit it for that, but at the same time, whatever. Anyway, so where would you put these guys?
I'm gonna have to say, Mike. Oh, hold on, no, Jesse Minter. I would say 2nd place for now.
Okay.
I would say Todd Monken. I would say, sadly 4th, maybe, and Zach Taylor 3rd.
So Todd Monken 4, Zach Taylor 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can get down with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I could see Zach Taylor and Minter switching.
I could too.
Just because Zach Taylor has had
Experience.
AFC North coaching experience, gone to the Super Bowl, Granted, he has not had as much recent success, but I could definitely throw him in second there just because of
Had some hiccups, right?
how much he's
Right.
been able to do despite the hiccups, and kind of some of the products that we've seen from that being good. Obviously, recent years bit of a struggle, but
Yeah.
I think he's proven more, and
Yeah.
I like that ranking right there.
Yeah,
I like
I do
that
too.
too.
Okay, so let's break this down. You guys got your calculators ready?
Yes, I do.
Okay,
Do
so
not have a calc.
oh, Giovanni, you got one there.
Use your phone, Coop.
I'll use my
You're right,
phone
you're
as I read them off here. Let's
Okay.
start with the Browns. Okay,
Okay.
so the Browns have 1 point for
One.
quarterback,
Okay.
2 more, so 3, 4,
2, 3, 4,
6, 10,
10. Okay.
12,
12.
13. So the Browns
Okay.
end with 13 points.
Yeah, it's okay. 13's
The
okay.
Let's go with the Ravens.
Okay.
They have 4, 4,
4,
so 8 and 3, 11
Okay.
and 1, 12
Okay.
and 3, 15
Okay.
and 3, 18
Okay.
and 2, 20.
Okay.
Ravens are going to finish with 20 points.
Wow. Okay.
And then we have the Bengals. They're going to 3,
Bengals.
6,
3,
10,
6.
14, 15, 16, 19, 19.
That's close.
It's close. Steelers, we have 2,
2,
3, 5,
5. Yeah.
8,
That's the
10, 14,
2, 4,
and 18.
4.
All right, so there's our
18.
There's the Top Gun podcast ranking point system for the AFC North. And as of right now, we have the Ravens coming out on top,
Yeah.
closely followed by the other two.
The Bengals and the Steelers.
Right.
And there's a bit of a gap, but
Yeah.
A bit of, yeah. I mean, yeah. It's has
Yeah.
to be expected. Am I right? Am I right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
that
Right.
has to be expected.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. I'm right. Okay. With that being said, what we're trying to do here too is we're trying to get all these done before the
Mhm.
first week of the season. So we're going to do the AFC North. We're also going to do the NFC North. And so that's what we're going to start right
Now.
about now.
You
And so
ready,
here
Coop, for this?
Here we have our graphic. Cooper, you ready?
It's your
Yeah.
turn, bud.
We're just going to get into it. We're diving into it. We've already done what we needed to do.
Okay.
Cooper's done his research.
Yeah.
Giovanni's done his research. Let's see what we got here.
Okay.
Okay. The pilots, quarterbacks. You
Okay.
have Caleb Williams, Jared Goff, Jordan Love,
JJ McCarthy or
9.
Or Kyler Murray.
Or
Kyler
Kyler
Murray.
Probably going to be Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
Better, more experience. Hasn't had a lot of success in Arizona, but
Yeah.
He's had his
JJ
moments
Because of
McCarthy
Call of
hasn't really
Duty.
had a lot of success.
because of Call of Duty. Yeah, Kyler
Because
Murray's
of
been
Call of
gaming. He's been
Yeah,
gaming too much.
He games hard. Okay,
Yeah.
so here we go.
Yeah.
Ready?
Mhm.
All right.
Let's do it.
Who you got, Coop?
Well, I think best quarterback. If you say again, if we could do it this way, comparing quarterbacks, I think the best quarterback in the NFC North is Caleb Williams. He proved it last year with the Bears. I think that whole team. I mean, with Ben Johnson. Gosh, Ben Johnson. I miss him so
I'm
much.
sorry.
It's
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He's incredible. So much respect to him. Like, the Bears have become one of those teams where it's like, if we're not playing them, I'm rooting for them every time.
Right.
I'm like,
Mhm.
that's just the team I like. But in a close
You like
second,
Ben Johnson.
I do
Still.
like Ben Johnson.
Right.
And I like
Yeah.
DeAndre Swift, but running backs next.
Right.
I think in second place, quarterback, I think it goes to Jared Goff.
Okay.
A lot of experience. He's a player where now I do get a little bit scared because he's kind of getting up there.
Yeah, he's reaching up
He's
status.
he's in that window. You know what I mean?
People
Like
forget, yeah. He basically had a whole other career in LA.
He went to a Super Bowl.
went to a Super Bowl.
Exactly. But I do think he's just not on that same level as Caleb Williams. That the young buck I think beats out the old timer on that one.
Yeah.
And then I'm honestly I kind of struggle between Jordan Love and honestly if we go Kyler Murray, it like if this is it's like what kind of Kyler Murray are we getting here? And that's one of those things where we have to see how he will end up adapting, going
Right.
from um, the Cardinals to the Vikings. But I think, and I'll say this just because Jordan Love he's already had his sophomore slump. He has, I mean, his sophomore season. It was a little bit of a slump if I remember correctly, but he has been able to gain experience in the NFC North. He's proved himself to be a good quarterback on a good team in one of the most difficult conferences as of recent years.
Correct.
And so for that, I would put him in the number 3 spot. And I'll
Correct.
say Kyler Murray's number 4. But the addition of Kyler Murray really and it was already a tough conference in terms of teams wise, but now add Kyler Murray in there, and it's like those are 4 good quarterbacks. Like,
Right. No, I agree with you here.
Yeah.
Remember, this isn't fantasy based.
yeah,
So, like, when we look at some of these quarterbacks, like Kyler Murray's going to rack up rushing yards. And a lot of times, like, a lot of these professionals are going to have him higher ranked on fantasy reports only because he's going to have different stats than the other guys. With that being said, I completely agree with you with Caleb Williams as the number
Yeah.
one. I think that I thought the exact same thing, that his rookie year was questionable, but
Yeah.
he showed he can be clutch. Now, you go one or two ways. You could do the CJ Stroud route, or you could end up being something different. And time will tell, right? This could be a hot take, but at the same time, the number 2, I don't think we can base this off what we think stats are going to be and like where they would fall in fantasy. If you had to say like, hey, pick your quarterback out of the NFC North right now, I would say Jared Goff would be my second. Only because the consistency, the ability, the intelligence, on-field intelligence, and then going from there, I would probably say Jordan Love, like what you said, and then Kyler Murray. I will say this. For the last 2 or 3 years, Kyler Murray has played in my opinion, the hardest conference in the league for a bad team, right?
I was gonna
Does
say
that make
on
sense? Like
a terrible team.
It's no different than anyone who plays for the Browns in a sense of like, that the Seahawks have been traditionally good. The 49ers have been traditionally good, and the Rams have been good since Sean McVay took over. So like,
right.
It's hard to win games. So like, it's still up in the air. Like Kyler Murray could come out here and absolutely torch these NFC North defenses. But from what I've seen, I haven't seen a lot out of Kyler Murray. In fact, I think I saw more out of Jacoby Brissett than I saw out of Kyler Murray, only because he was always hurt, never available. Best ability is availability. And so I think that's why I probably would put him, no offense to Vikings fans or anything, I think that he could have a good year, but I think that I would put him in that last spot behind Jordan Love. Giovanni, do you want to change any of these, or do you think we should?
I definitely agree with these teams. I think it's a safe tier for the Pilot.
Okay, good. Strike Force, here we go. Running back.
Running back.
Now we had, again, Cooper, you had a little shakeup with your running back core, but I thought they brought in a pretty good replacement in Isaiah Pacheco. He's not David Montgomery, but he might be similar to David Montgomery. We don't know yet.
Yeah.
Jahmyr Gibbs. Anyone opposed to putting Jahmyr Gibbs at the number one? I think that he might be, debatable, but he's not in the same division as like a Bijan Robinson or a Saquon Barkley, or a
Yeah, and
Christian
well,
McCaffrey.
yeah.
You go,
I,
Coop.
I would also have him at number one, and I do want to point out the depth chart that I'm looking at is a fantasy depth chart, and it has the fantasy rankings. Next to Jahmyr Gibbs, oh my gosh,
Bless
I need to
you.
like refill my water.
Number one.
Next to him is in parentheses is a little number one, signifying that he is projected to have the most fantasy points. Which,
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
if
he's
he
the
has
best
season he had
rated
this last year-
position. Yeah.
right?
Right. Yeah.
And
Yeah. ESPN
I-
has him as number one. Yeah.
right, and I mean, he really is a game changer. To have him and then, like you said, Dave Montgomery on the same team last year was a crazy 1-2 punch.
Right.
But now I think he will definitely be running back one, and Pacheco, who everyone already says runs angry, kind of like David Montgomery.
High knees, angry elbows.
yeah.
Yeah.
High knees.
Mhm.
Eagle claw around that ball, just
Mhm.
like absolutely ready to destroy someone. I think Lions will be number one just because of Jahmyr Gibbs.
Right.
But
Okay.
again, you look at the depth in this conference, it's crazy because you go to number two and it's like you have between two other really good running backs in Josh Jacobs and DeAndre
Right.
Swift. That's
Right.
that's my number two spot is who that's between.
Yeah.
And it's really tough.
Right.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
I think that, my number two spot, I think that before injury, I think that Josh Jacobs has had some crazy years. I mean, what was it?
yeah,
He had a touchdown in 13 straight weeks or something like
Yeah.
that.
it
Like
was
he's
something
a touchdown
preposterous.
machine. And so I
Mhm.
think that Josh Jacobs, in a sense of production,
Yeah.
before injuries, I'm going to try and not think about the injury. He has been a solid running back, and the way that they use him, LaFleur uses him, he's going to get a lot of touches, and so he's going to do a lot in Green Bay. So I would agree there, and I would agree with DeAndre Swift as well. I think that in a Ben Johnson offense, kind of like when he was in Detroit, that he does some sneaky things with those running backs, and DeAndre Swift is a quick little running back, little scat back kind of guy.
And then
He'll get
to
he'll
put
get you
him
some,
Go,
to
Coop.
put him with Cal Monangai is even crazier. And that's when I heard that DeAndre Swift was going to Chicago, or when Ben Johnson was going to Chicago, I was like, okay, what is he gonna whip up with DeAndre Swift? Because I knew
Yeah.
there's he was gonna cook something up, and he did.
and then
they
drafting
had
two
a-
wide receivers, and
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
And then the emergence of Colston Loveland. Oh my gosh.
Oh my
But we
goodness.
will get to the tight end.
Yeah.
we'll get there.
because
We'll get
That's
there.
another highly contested one, if you ask
Isn't
me.
it crazy?
Yeah.
And I mean, Cole Kmet's nobody to scoff
Right.
at. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's your
All
tight
right,
end too is wild.
Strike
All right.
Force. Ooh, I don't know if you're gonna like this one, Cooper, but your boy
It's tough.
Amon Ra. I think Amon Ra and Justin Jefferson are right up there with each other. And now
I
Justin
think it's-
Jefferson has fallen down the rankings, but in my opinion, only because he hasn't had a consistent quarterback to throw to him since Kirk Cousins.
And he also,
Right.
in my opinion, hasn't had as much support in terms of how to spread the ball around.
Mhm.
Because you look at who has been around Amon Ra versus who has been around, Jay Jettis. No offense to Jordan Addison. Jordan Addison is
He's a
amazing.
beast.
But
Yeah.
when you have someone like a freak athlete like Jamison Williams, who is your wide receiver too,
hmm
and then other solid guys like as of last year, I know Lions had Tim Patrick, who was great, and Isaac Tesla, who is another one of those. Like having those around Amon-Ra has just opened up the offense for him, and it's crazy to me because Amon-Ra and Justin Jefferson can go toe to toe, and they're similar, but they are not the same like archetype of wide receiver. Because
Correct.
Justin Jefferson is flashy, go up, catch the ball on someone's head, break a tackle, turn upfield, get a touchdown. Like
Yeah.
he's quick on his feet. He's a good route runner, but it's not like he's a quick route. Like he has fast.
I think that's
Am-
I think
Amon-Ra-
that's his biggest. I think that he has two big benefits. Is that
Yeah.
he's one of the best route runners in the behind maybe Jamar Chase. stop on a dime, make cuts. Like it's hard to guard him.
Yeah.
But then he also, like you said, he can go get the ball. Like it's
Right.
not just like
He's still an
I'm
athlete.
gonna outrun you. It's not a
Right.
Tyree kill. It's you're gonna have to bring two guys.
But then Amon-Ra, you look at him, he's a good route runner too, but not in the sense of the foot speed that Justin
Right.
Jefferson has, but in terms of his technicality. He is technically such a good route runner, and he is consistent. He makes good catches when he needs to, and above everything else, he fills in the gaps on the team.
Yeah,
And
I
will
think
always see him going downfield, throwing blocks, and doing what needs to be done to make the team better. And that is where I struggle to compare them.
He too is he fills in the zone defense. Like he knows his spots, where to get to against the defense. He's a cerebral,
so
and
smart.
he's consistent.
Yeah.
I mean, he catches. He makes catches. Yeah.
And that's where like it's tough for me to compare them because they're just so like their archetype is just so different between them.
It is. But okay, let's say you're starting a team. Who you taking?
I'll take Justin Jefferson.
Okay, Giovanni.
I'll take Amon-Ra.
Ooh.
It's tough because it also depends what kind of team do you want to build.
So I'm the
you can be our tiebreaker here.
Tiebreaker. Yeah, what team do you want to build? You're right. And this is a sucky one, but I'm going to take Justin Jefferson as well. I think that
That's understandable.
But you're absolutely right, Cooper. I think that Amon-Ra is so close at number 2 here.
This is one of those ones that could go back and forth week and week because these guys are going to have, every week they're going to go back and forth with who has more touchdowns, who has more yards, who does more of this, who does more of that.
Yep.
Because they're both so good.
Yeah.
Again, you look at the fantasy rankings, they have Amon-Ra St. Brown at 8 and Justin Jefferson at 11, but those are still two guys who are borderline top 10.
Right.
And you have to compare them.
You have that 8th pick in the draft, and Amon-Ra St. Brown and Justin Jefferson are still there. I don't think you're looking at who's number 8, who's number 11. You're just saying, hey, I want one of,
Right.
And again, this is not a fantasy football podcast, just so you
know. No, it's just we're trying to break down teams.
Yeah.
Okay, now we got to figure out these last two. You got the Young Bucks in Chicago. You got Rome Odunze and Luther Burden.
Yeah.
And then you have in Green Bay, I guess
Watson. This is only wide receiver 1. You only need to compare Odunze. You're
right. So Rome Odunze. But here's the thing: is Luther Burden and who's getting the ball? I mean, we would have said DJ Moore last year because he was a more talented wide receiver than those two, but he's not there anymore. So it's going to be, well, let's just call it Rome Odunze because he did get more catches last year.
And it's tough
had
as
better
well with
production.
The Packers is a similar situation with
Matthew
Christian
Golden
Watson and Matthew
Christian
Golden,
Watson.
You could really go either way with them. It's not really a wide receiver 1 or wide receiver 2. It's just 2 wide receivers who are both good.
Right. Here's the thing: is in my opinion, Green Bay, and it was kind of crazy that once Green Bay's defense started struggling, you started to notice it on offense too. Like they weren't that great of an offensive threat when their defense couldn't keep the other offense off the field. And so I would venture to say that having a better quarterback in a better offense, in my opinion, in our opinion, I think we've said that a couple times. I think that somebody like Rome Odunze would be a bigger threat than a Christian Watson.
Yeah.
I
would
because
agree
of
with
the
you
team as well.
Right. And again, I think to me it boils down to Ben Johnson being Ben Johnson, where he could whip up something crazy for any player on that team because they all around they just have so many threats. But I do think again that Rome Odunze is a bigger threat than Christian Watson.
And he had a great first year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ben Johnson, and we'll see what if that carries over, but. Yeah. All right. So wide receiver 2, Luther Burden, Jamison Williams, Matthew Golden, Jordan Addison.
Okay.
And again, this is ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm struggling right now.
I'm gonna say Jamison Williams only because I think that Jamison Williams could be a number one on some other teams. Like if you
Yeah.
dropped him on the Browns right now, he's a number one wide receiver.
Yeah.
If you dropped him, well, shoot, if you dropped him on the Dolphins right now, if you dropped him on who else? If you dropped him on the Chiefs,
Don't get me started.
well, yeah, whatever. But
Yeah.
there's a lot of teams that if you dropped him on there, he'd be their number one. Now,
Yeah.
Luther Burden is good. We said that he's comparable to Romo Dunze. It's just that Jamison Williams is really good. Like he has showed that he is a talent. He has
when
burners.
he is on, he's on. But I will say there will be games that I'm watching him and he'll drop one pass and I'm like, all right, it's okay, go get the next one. And it's
Drops another one.
he'll have a down game where he'll have like whatever 20 yards, but when he's on, he's one of the most talented, like athletic, such a fast player that I think you have to give him put him in that number one spot. But then Luther Burden, he's also really good, and I agree with him at the two for the wide receiver too.
Yeah. Well, this one's going to be a tough one too because I think that Jordan Addison's a great player.
Yeah.
He's struggled with injuries, and I know that their wide receiver 3, since we don't have a wide receiver 3 slot, is Juwan Jennings, who's a good wide receiver as well.
Yeah.
Now, also, he's an absolute nut job and a head case, but
This is true.
who knows what you're going to get with him. But Jordan Addison, if I was to compare Jordan Addison to Matthew Golden, what are your guys' thoughts?
Matthew Golden only had one touchdown, and it was only in a playoff game. And Juwan Jennings, I don't know.
Jordan Addison.
What about Jordan Addison? Had a couple games last year where he lit up.
He just went off.
Yeah, I would have to put him
very similar to Jamison Williams. So
right.
I'm going to say, based on what I have seen, I'm going to put Addison and what we've just talked about, Addison over Matthew Golden. And I hope that Matthew Golden turns out. I would like to see that, but at the same time, he has not. So
yeah.
And what I find crazy right now about the NFC North is you look at these wide receiver 1s and wide receiver 2s, who are all some of the best in the league. Some of these wide receiver 2s could be wide receiver 1s. Mm-hmm. We could even go down to the wide receiver 3s for all these teams, and they would be good. Lions, Isaac Tesla, Packers, Jaden Reed, and Vikings, Juwan Jennings. That's 3 good wide receivers.
Yeah. Not to mention, this is a really good tight end division.
Yeah.
And then, honestly, for the Bears, if I'm being honest, Colston Loveland is
they used him like a wide receiver
3.
Yeah.
That's really what he was.
He's going to get drafted higher than most of the wide receivers we just mentioned.
Right.
He would have been in the if we would have had him up in the wide receiver 1 category, I probably would have put him higher than Christian Watson.
He's a beast.
He's going to touch a lot of balls.
Yeah.
I think if we slide down to the tight end rankings, I don't think there's a question for us that he's that number 1 tight end in the NFC North.
Yeah. Well, we might as well get started on that right there.
Yeah, let's go to tight end.
Okay. Yeah, I think that, and now that being said, I think Sam Laporte is really good too. Had a down year last year.
Yeah.
They didn't target him as much. And he dropped a lot. It was like he was hurt.
But it is tough for him. It's tough for Jared Goff really to spread the love around to so many guys on that team where you would have
because they use Gibbs. Yeah, they roll Gibbs.
You would
out
have
too.
Gibbs just catching it in the flat and like he'll just have a wheel route. Mm-hmm. They'll have him run that. They'll have. Sam Laporte, it's tough to just spread it around to so many guys. Sam Laporte would have his games. He would, but he wouldn't. He did not have it last year like Colston Loveland had, especially at the end of the year when we were watching the Bears in the playoffs. I mean, Colston Loveland was literally electric.
Yeah.
He was amazing.
No, I agree. He's going to be a problem as long as he stays healthy. And I mean,
Yeah.
even that, their backup Cole Kmet, I think he'll be good too. He's not Colson Loveland, so he's not going to
Yeah.
get as many touches this year as he has in the past. Um,
Coming down to these 3 and 4 positions.
but
eh,
the two tight ends that I see, they're almost identical individuals. Tucker Kraft and TJ Hawkinson. They're
Yeah.
like the same person. I
They
really
got
like TJ
injured.
Hawkinson. Yeah. TJ Hawkinson destroyed his leg.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Um,
Tucker Craft crushed his leg.
yeah. Yeah. So I like TJ Hawkinson because he has had years where he has had crazy numbers. Like he was a
Yeah.
top tight end at one point. Now,
Even when he was on the Lions, man. When he was on
Yeah.
the Lions, he was incredible.
Yeah.
well, I will say this. This is not a knock at Tucker Kraft. I don't think, he would be higher up on a lot of different divisions. Like I'm looking across at the NFC East right now. And I don't know if, there's a bunch of number one tight ends that I would put him in front of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you could tell me right now who Washington's tight end is, I'd give you a nickel. Well, Cooper, you probably have a depth chart in front of you, so you don't.
I don't have it in front of me right now, actually, but this is a really good question.
Yeah, it's
Oh wow, man, Chig
Chig
Okonkwo.
Okonkwo. Yeah,
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, like I know
That's
him, but
horrible.
like that's a name that
Oh.
you'll see like rotating through the things on Sundays, and I'm like, man,
yeah. I would definitely say that the AFC North
Uh.
is tight end, the tight end division.
Yeah.
So, all right, air
Yeah,
defense.
defense.
Here we go. Defense.
Right.
Pull up my other page here.
yeah,
My other notes.
Mm-hmm.
Defensively, let's see. Do you want to know where a lot of of the pros have them ranked and see if we disagree?
I don't know. Well,
So I had to check. Micah Parsons is supposed to return around week 5.
oh okay,
Yeah.
That was one of the things that Green Bay's defense was a problem last year when he was healthy.
right. He
Yeah.
was a beast. And
So
I think
he will be back probably after, I would say, full health, probably after the first third of the season. So that could affect them as far as where we rate them. Minnesota's defense is a problem.
Yeah.
I will say that.
Yeah,
And
Andrew Van
Chicago's
Ginkel tortured everyone in the NFC North. He
Yeah.
was a menace.
Yeah.
Chicago's defense had some huge question marks. I know there were some
Right.
games, especially the last couple of years, where it's like, what are these people doing? They couldn't keep the opponent's offense off the field, and so that's where Caleb Williams ended up. You had to score 30 or 35 points in order to win a game. You look at that Packers game. You know what I mean? Like it was just back and forth scoring, which isn't good. Long term, that's not good. You can't sustain that. It's not sustainable. So I would say Chicago's defense is probably toward the bottom. And then
I think up in the air for me between 1 and 2 is Vikings Packers.
okay.
And then
And I would say Detroit's right there, as long as everybody stays healthy. I mean, that's
right again that's a big if because like you
Aiden
look at it,
Hutchinson, like those guys. Like if they can
have
stay
some-
healthy,
got good players, but when they have everyone on the field at the same time, that's when you get those games where I think last year like they put up 50. The game they put up 50 on Chicago, that was such a good game defensively, offensively. It was amazing. But
yeah,
if you're a team that only gets one game a year with a fully healthy team, that's not like doable. Obviously, you win games because you have such a good offense. Like you look at them, each of these positions, they're 1 and 2.
yeah, yep, the whole way down.
But
Yep.
if they don't have a consistent enough defense, they're not gonna be able to win enough games to
Best ability is availability.
Yeah.
So
100%.
I would agree with that there. And this next one, Giovanni, do you have anything to say about defense? Do you disagree with any of that?
No, I don't disagree at all.
Okay. This one's going to be hard because I do think that all 4 coaches are different, but are good coaches.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
would love to have any of these 4 coaches on my team. Do they make mistakes? Are they boneheads at
Yeah.
times? Yeah. Do they probably psych themselves out? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Like they overthink stuff. Yes.
I just know like Dan Campbell is on the sideline every fourth down thinking. He's like, I don't know if you ever
there
seen like
can't be a lot of thinking going on. We're
Well-
going for it.
Well, now here's my mindset is like I don't remember what movie it is, but like there's this bit where this guy's like, he's like, well, no, because if they're thinking like I'm thinking and I'm thinking like they're thinking like I'm thinking, if I go for it, then they wouldn't think like I'm thinking like they're thinking that I'm thinking. And like I think
Yeah.
like sometimes he does get like that, and so
Yeah.
you'll have like
Over. Yeah.
first drive of the game, he'll
Gets in his
call
own
a
head.
fake punt, and it's like okay,
Yeah.
we're going a bit too far
Yeah.
with the fourth down stuff.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. No, I think that it has bit him,
Uh,
but I think it's helped him at times too. I mean,
it's created the kind of identity that he has built, but then
there you go. And then his
you
players buy
have
into
those
it,
games
and-
where it's
Yeah.
just like, oh my gosh,
What are we doing?
Like
Yeah,
you're
what are we
killing me.
because in the locker room they're thinking the same thing, right?
You live by the
Yeah.
fourth down, you die by the fourth
live,
down.
live and die.
Yeah.
With that being said, I still don't know my answer here.
Yeah, it's really tough.
Yeah.
I think I know who my number one is.
Okay.
Okay.
And I think it's just because of the turnaround that he has been a part of with this team in like literally one season. Morrison,
Bears.
can't see it. I know that you're grabbing the Bears emoji because I'm talking about Bears right now. But what he has done with, I mean, it's been a good team. He's developed players very well. You've seen these players come out of the woodwork, like
Yeah.
Luther Burden's emergence, Colston Loveland's emergence, and the whole team has just been so strong. And to see how well they did last year, especially in such a competitive conference, the fact that, you know, as a coach, Ben Johnson was able to win as many games as he did, and turn around so fast, I think his first year as a head coach is speaks volumes to just how good he is, in my opinion. Like he's incredible. Am I biased? Potentially a little bit,
A little bit,
but
right?
I think that I do think that he's the best coach.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that he, like, if I said, "Hey, pick your coach," I think that Ben Johnson would be right there.
Right.
Um,
It's a tough
and then-
one because
And then I would probably say, and this is only because of who I am. I probably shouldn't even think this way. I want to say Dan Campbell. Like I hear him talk and I think I'm going to run through a wall for this guy. Like he's at rah rah. I'm going to bite your kneecaps off, like dig and claw for the first down, like that kind of thing. But with that being said, that mentality hasn't got him to where he needs to be with some of the best ranked teams. I mean, for the last 2 years, we've sat here and said that the Lions should be in the Super Bowl,
it's
and
After-
it's
once
only
we-
gone
that-
down from there.
the breakthrough year, take it to the NFC Championship, lose
to the
in
Niners.
dramatic fashion to the 49ers. Oh man. One of the most exciting and devastating nights of my life was watching that game.
Yep.
Yeah.
But still, what he has brought the city of Detroit, I think, I hope there's more to come because he's done a great job so far.
Yeah.
But I think that all, fans, players, everyone is still hungry. Like that breakthrough is just not there.
Yeah.
And again, he also has kind of the intangibles of a coach where it's like maybe he doesn't have the greatest strategic mind. That's why maybe he needs a bit of a Ben Johnson to pick up that mental slack. No offense to Dan Campbell, of course. Like he runs a good program.
Well,
But
with that being said,
Yeah.
I have to look too
tough.
at success, and
I think that
Matt
experience
LaFleur.
of
Matt LaFleur
yeah.
has won 3 division titles.
Yeah.
In 6
Yeah.
years.
That's
Now,
honestly
with
who
that-
I was gonna put at number
Yeah,
two.
I mean, he wins ball games.
Yeah. It's true.
Kevin O'Connell has had some rough. Like last year was rough.
Mhm.
The year before was rough. I mean, you end up trading away a guy that ends up going on to win a Super Bowl, like that kind of thing. Like what
It's tough.
could have been kind of
Yeah.
scenario.
That's tough.
I gotta. Yeah, I'm gonna say Matt LaFleur.
Okay.
At number 2, and I'm gonna say Dan
Okay.
Campbell at number 3.
Yeah.
And this,
I'm happy with MCDC at 3.
and then
Okay.
you know what I mean? Like this is not what we just got done doing with the AFC North. This is completely different. It's where all
It's
4 coaches are
yeah.
guys I would be happy with having on my team. It's just who's the best right now. And I think
Yeah.
that Ben Johnson falls into that category. And Matt LaFleur runs a great offense. Like he knows how to win football games. Dan Campbell is a riverboat gambler. Let's call it as it is.
Yeah.
I mean, he bets on himself every time, and sometimes it doesn't work.
You
And
know,
then
yeah, he has
Kevin
sometimes
O'Connell
he's
has
up
not
in the
had the
year.
quarterback success.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so,
That's
when you're successful with a quarterback, you win games. When you're not, you lose games. I mean, it's just,
Yeah.
I mean, he's hoping to get that quarterback this year in Kyler Murray, and we'll see. But he plays in a tough division.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
we
why the
picked,
NFC North is a juggernaut.
we picked 2 tough divisions to start this: the AFC
And-
North and the NFC North. They beat up on each other all year long.
Kevin O'Connell, he's a great mind. He's incredible, but like Dan Campbell, I'll agree. He's a gambling man, and he just needs one season where he really just gets into the green.
Yep.
And stops losing so much money on the penny slots, and he needs to like hit up the blackjack table and win big.
Yeah,
Or
just
then
win
he's gonna
more.
end up losing big. But
Yeah, just win more.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Obviously,
Simple as that.
I could be an NFL coach. Just win more games.
Right.
Obviously.
All right, let's break down the Bears.
All
Our
right.
point system here: Bears
Okay.
4, 6, 8, 11, 15, 16, and 20.
Wow. Okay.
So that matches the total from the
match with the
Baltimore
Ravens. Yeah.
Right.
The Lions. 3,
3,
7, 10, 14, 17, 19, and 21.
Wow. Okay.
That should I don't know if that should make you happy or sad because
Don't get you too don't you get hold on. Hold on. Let me restart. Don't get you too don't get your hopes up, Coop.
Yeah, I know. This is how we are every preseason where we're like, just look
on
at the
paper.
positions.
On paper.
They have the best quarterback, best wide receiver.
Don't forget, it's not about being right. It's about sounding
confident. It's true.
Okay, Green Bay. I got 2, 5, 6, 7, 8,
6, 7.
11, 14 points.
Understandable right there.
And then the Vikings, 1, 2, 6, 8, 10, 14, 15.
Oof.
Lions win by a slight margin.
It's a close one. Bears and Lions.
If we go based off of this, completely hypothetically speaking, it'll be a race for first and a race for third.
Yeah.
Because and again, it's hypothetical because any given week, those teams could take a game off each other.
Right.
Because they're all they're all beast, juggernaut, however you want to put it.
What a beast. Yeah.
It's very difficult.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I agree with you there. I think that the AFC or NFC North is going to be a tough one to kind of to pick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that there's a lot of things that could be a problem. Yeah. I'm checking the comments here. We're missing a bunch. The official Bryce music
Been a little too
Bryce
locked in.
Music.
Chicago based on last season's secondary line. See, must be a Chicago fan.
Must be.
Better than Green Bay's number 2. Agreed.
Yeah.
Raul Ivana. The
Yeah.
Shador improved his Shador
Backwards
as
40
Shador.
time on those negative 20-yard sacks.
Yeah, that's funny. That's
Yeah.
funny. Okay, so
Right.
all right. So guys, that's gonna wrap up our AFC NFC North divisional breakdown as far as positions. Right now, Top Gun Podcast has the Lions winning the NFC North and the Ravens winning the AFC North based on, well, the intangibles. Jimmy's
Our
and
completely
Joe's,
hypothetical
right?
ranking system.
Right, yeah. We broke
Yeah.
it down. We did it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so with that being said, we'll kind of start to wrap up the podcast. But if you want to go around, we're going to give each of us a couple minutes to kind of talk about stuff. Giovanni's been
Okay.
chomping at the bit for this.
All right. Clear for takeoff. LeBron signs with Philly instead of Cleveland. What is LeBron's mind right there?
I mean, we can't not talk about this. Am I right?
Yeah.
Can't
Well,
not.
yeah,
Can't not.
and so I don't know if you guys saw his full statement, but like he was like he
It's
made
after
a
a
thing.
ring.
He said a thing, and he was like,
Yeah.
well, these will be my last 2 years in the league. I
Yep.
don't think I have the same chances of winning a ring with the Lakers or with the other team. And now you take a look at the starting 5 for Philadelphia.
That's
On
a super
paper,
team.
This is one of the most like monstrous teams I think I've ever witnessed. Jalen Brown, LeBron
Tyrese
James,
Maxey, Jalen Brown,
Yeah.
LeBron James, VJ Edgecombe, Tyrese Maxey,
Joel
Joel Embiid. Who's stopping this team now?
it looks crazy. I mean, this is on paper. Joel Embiid,
Injuries.
I'm certain something may come of that, but the fact that the Sixers were
The
able
trust
to
process is over now, I think.
get an absolute
This
snag
might be the
for
process.
LeBron James.
Yeah.
They've been waiting on this. They just sniped
For
LeBron
12
James.
years. 12 years.
They've been
This
waiting
was the
12
process.
years for LeBron.
Unbelievable.
Philly fans, is it worth it?
Yeah, I don't
Is this
think we're.
worth it?
I don't think we're ready for Philly to win another championship.
Oh, boy.
I
Yeah.
think that city might
my
burn to the ground.
At least he's going to sign a one-day contract with the Cavs, am I right?
Man,
There's probably a good chance. I could see that happening.
And at least it wasn't with Golden State, am I right?
He could become
Yeah.
the first player coach.
Right. Yeah. Okay,
Owner coach.
so yeah.
Coach.
Yep. So I got grounded here. It's been a couple months ago, but did you saw that Kenny Atkinson during the camp press conference, he was criticized for analytically wins?
Yeah, analytically, we should have won 3 games already.
Yeah, man. When
That was the
we,
dumbest answer I ever seen.
Yeah,
when
I'm
we
not.
started our hiatus and we were getting right to the peak of like NBA finals, I was like, oh man,
Oh boy.
we need to be talking about these
Yeah.
analytically. We've actually already swept them if you think about it. And I'm like, okay, well you did you?
Yeah, he'll be.
Nah.
He's on the hot seat. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
I really. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All right, clear for takeoff. Donovan Mitchell gets a contract extension, 4 year, I believe, $224 million.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
I think that's an overpay.
I mean, now that LeBron James is off the table, I mean, it is what it is. But it's going to be hard to get rid of him. I mean, with his age and that contract, it's going to be hard to offload him if we would want to head in a different direction. Which is what we're talking about.
We haven't made any teams, and all these Cavs fans are going ballistic at the ownership for not making any moves.
Yeah, it's tough when you have a solid thing and you want to stick with it, but sometimes things have to change, even if it's just the little things like who is playing around Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah,
moves have to be made for sure.
Yeah. All right, so grounded I was watching that Aviators versus Padua baseball game months ago.
Yeah.
You were mentioning Nate Smee about the podcast that we did about the Aviators baseball, and you mentioned Mr. Morrison, but you didn't mention me.
Yeah, apologies. The reason I tend to go more for Mr. Morrison is because in this context we always talk about him as Coach Morrison, and
Right.
we talk about him on field, and
Yeah.
Smee is more familiar with him. We
I was gonna
gotta
say
introduce.
Smee knows who I am.
We
I
gotta
don't know
get
if
you
he
guys
is,
like
but
introduced
yeah.
sometime.
I know.
Well, I don't even think he really follows the podcast, so
Oh, okay.
I'll have to whip some sense into him and make
It's
sure he starts
understandable.
watching our
There
weekly
you go.
streams.
Yeah,
But
get us some
yeah.
of them views.
Uh,
Go ahead, Giovanni.
Clear
Keep
for
going.
takeoff. We didn't talk about this, but I got AJ Brown traded to the Patriots.
It's a big one.
Yeah, that's
That's
another.
gonna be a big one when we go over to the NFC or the AFC East.
Yeah.
Because AFC East wide receivers.
Yeah.
It's gonna be rough. There's a lot of injuries, a lot of question marks.
Yeah. Clear for takeoff. Aviators football starts in less than a month away.
Yeah.
Yep, high school football right around the corner. All of it. I
It's gonna
mean,
be
we're
crazy.
talking next
Fall
week.
sports, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, a week and a half. We got
Yeah.
the Hall of Fame game.
Right.
Just the most boring Hall of Fame game of all time. But
Yeah.
I mean, Cardinals Panthers.
That's terrible.
That's terrible.
But I mean, like, I know, like, scrimmages going on right now. You got some high school summer league basketball. It's still like even on summer break, I'm still trying to keep up with everything.
Yeah.
So it's
Yep.
we're
Sports
really
is
getting back to it right now.
Yep, baseball's
Yeah,
winding
sure.
down. Guardians lost today. They're stinking it
Yeah.
up right now.
That was what I was gonna get to. Ground and I got. Let's
straight
pack
loss.
this thing up right now. We
Oh,
got Jose back and everything. Now
Jose's
we just
back. They're starting to get
put
healthy.
the bed.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
Let's hope. I
Yeah.
hate trading away guys because then a team like the Guardians, like
Yeah.
it's not like the Dodgers where you're just moving guys in all the time.
Yeah.
If we get rid of an asset, it's going to be another 5 years before we're in a playoff conversation. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I really hope we don't have to go through just like last year again.
Right. All right, keep going.
I think I got another one here. I think.
Okay.
I'm gonna say clear for takeoff here.
All right.
New York Knicks won the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
They certainly did, didn't they?
Yeah, they
Just wild.
Spurs choked 4 games.
Jalen Brunson.
He is on another level.
Just absolutely. He shut down the haters.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He shut down the haters.
He's a beast.
And that pay cut was definitely worth it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and the Knicks, what it's brought to so many people. Like you look at the city of New York, even beyond that.
Knicks fans went absolute craziness.
Yeah. Well, and so when I've been working at the farmers market with Joseph Carmazin, shout out to him. Mm-hmm. When we work at this farmers market, it's in Bloomfield, Pennsylvania, not that far away from Pittsburgh, maybe about 5-10 minutes away. There's a guy who we see every week. He is awesome. The first time I saw him was about a month ago, or maybe a month and a half, right before the finals went down. The Knicks had just made it to the NBA Finals. He was wearing a Jalen Brunson shirt, and it all started, like, we created this friendship because I said, yo, dude, sick Jalen Brunson shirt. We talked about the Knicks. He bought some donuts and left. Next week, he comes back with his girlfriend. He has a Knicks shirt on. She has a Knicks J.R. Smith jersey on.
Oh my
we talk more about the Knicks. Then they go and they're like, that at this point it was they had won like however many games, like they were about to win the finals. Next week came back, we were like celebrating. They got donuts. We talked more about the Knicks, and then I didn't go to a farmer's market for a few weeks. I didn't see him last week, but this week he was there, and we were talking about LeBron, all kinds of stuff, and it's like. This finals, it's been magical. Even from the perspective of not even a Knicks fan.
Yeah,
it's been incredible, and I mean I know you guys all saw the videos of the parades and stuff like that. It's just I mean it's amazing, really.
Yeah,
it's crazy. But
Yeah,
that's
it's
clear
crazy.
for Ted
When
off
New
in my
York
books for
wins,
sure.
everybody wins. I
Oh
guess. I
yeah.
don't.
Well, except for probably
Yeah.
I don't know the what do I say, like the Department of
Yeah,
Public
the
Health. I don't
street
know.
the street department.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're just
probably got a
ripping
bunch of.
down
I
everything.
saw
Yeah.
videos of people taking the Knicks themed trash cans off the street.
Yep.
They were picking them up and they were selling them
Oh,
and wild.
I saw. We'll just call it dancing on school buses. I
Oh
saw
yeah.
they burnt. I think they burnt a bus to the ground. Like literally just
Well,
lit the bus
yeah.
on
Oh
I
fire.
my
mean, it was
god.
just wild. It was just wild, man.
Yeah, they
So many
literally burnt
crazy
New
stuff
York to the
there.
ground right there.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But
saw a lot of
I
I
mean,
saw a lot of ugly stuff there though too because like
yeah,
anybody
and
who went to those games and was wearing an opposing jersey, you
oh
were
yeah.
scared for your life walking out of
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
arenas.
I don't know if you guys saw
Which
the
is,
video of
I mean, that's not what
Spike Lee.
sports is about. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see the
Yeah.
video of Spike Lee though beforehand? And he goes, when we win the finals, you better hope it's not in New York. And
Yeah,
it's
it
like,
wasn't, but
It
that's
wasn't.
how the city was. And I don't know if you guys saw this, but this is grounded.
Yeah.
The family in LA who they were Knicks fans and they were celebrating the finals win, and everyone was yelling and cheering. Someone called the cops on them. Cops
Oh.
came to the house. The family opens the door because they're knocking on the door. The dog runs outside in a little dog Knicks
No.
jersey, and the police officer shot the dog.
No.
Which is I saw that, and it was actually terrible. And he was like, "No, the dog charged at me," and like, just not true. But that's one I saw related to the finals. I was like, that was the worst one. Where I was like, bro,
man,
Oh
come
my.
yeah, I don't want
Did,
to
But
hear that stuff.
they
That's
thought
not
it was.
sport.
They thought it was a person.
I
No,
don't know,
they
man.
probably thought the dog was attacking.
Yeah, but it was just
Like, come
like,
on,
yeah, come on.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that stinks.
there were a
Yeah.
few bad byproducts of that, but
Yeah, I don't like to see
all
that.
in all, I think
Yeah.
it was still good. Yeah, sad, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh boy. Clear for takeoff. Have you been watching Tom Grossi's 30 part 2?
No,
I have not been following that.
no.
Okay. I think I got one more. Grounded. Have you been hearing about this Sophie Cunningham news lately?
I did see something about this. Is this about her getting this? Like they're saying she's had surgeries.
No, it was like
They're banning her
talking.
pointing.
I think so. No, it wasn't the pointing. It was about the WNBA that's going on right
Mm.
now, which we're not getting deep into of.
Yeah, it's pretty political from what I've
Yeah.
heard. The other side
Yeah,
of it, it's
or
the
not her. Yeah,
she came out and said that she's protecting women playing
Yeah.
women's sports, and there's
that's
no place
what I
for
was thinking of.
men.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Megan Rapinoe, who former U.S. women's soccer, she fired back with saying like, "Well, no, we're protecting trans athletes and whatnot." But
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, it was-
that's a whole nother topic for a political
Yeah.
debate that I'm not ready to get into.
Yeah. All right, I'm done. Cooper now.
Yeah, I had some. I mean, obviously, we covered kind of the big things that we missed, which the big one that we had just got on to hiatus for was the NBA Finals. But there's been a lot of crazy stuff going on in track and field. You
Yeah.
guys, I don't know how much you've seen. I kind of talked about it in our, we were having a little
May
brief
episode.
meeting. But
Right.
the mile world record falls. Josh Kerr. He said he was going to do it months ago. He did it. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was really incredible to see that go down. 110 meter hurdles record goes down in NCAA's. It was a college athlete broke the all-time men's record. Jacoby Tharp, shout out to him. Yeah, Giovanni.
I forgot. Clear for takeoff. Spain wins the World
Oh,
Cup.
yeah. How could we forget World Cup as well?
Dominant. They were dominant.
Yeah.
I really
it was
wanted Messi to
incredible.
win, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but at the same time, Spain. I mean, they definitely
know,
deserved it.
That
Did
guy
not-
on Spain is 19 years old.
Lamine Yamal. What a
Yeah.
what a guy, man.
And what an iconic photo from that baby
Yeah.
with Messi.
Yeah.
It's like baptizing him
In
as
a
the
Yeah.
next
little
next goat.
bathtub.
It was tough for me. I mean, my four teams that I wanted to all see in the semifinals, of course, Norway. Everyone was loving that with Holland. I see
France.
all the Holland memes.
Holland.
France,
Yep.
I thought they were going to do really good. Mbappe,
Yeah.
Ousmane, they had some
Yeah.
good players, and then of course Argentina with Messi and Spain with
Yeah.
Lamine Yamal. And I don't know
Yeah.
if you guys had seen. I kept on seeing videos of Lamine Yamal's little brother just
Yeah.
walking around on the pitch looking for the trophy and looking for a
Mhm.
medal,
I
and he's
saw
like
that.
walking around talking to people.
He wants to be on the spotlight too, I guess.
He was a cute little guy.
Yeah.
I don't want to
Yeah.
poke too much into Lamine Yamal's personal life, but his
19.
brother he
Crazy.
seemed really
His
really
life's going to
sweet.
change.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Keep going.
Grounded. Yeah. Beyond the track and field world records, there's a lot of really competitive stuff going on. Women's 800 is really competitive. Noah Lyles right now is in unseen before shape in the 100 meter and the
Yeah.
200. Like we have USA champs is going on right now. I think they just ran the 100 meter finals yesterday. He won, and then I think the 200 meters just happened a little while ago. I really got to catch up on that, but
It's all good.
It's just super competitive right now, and I know everyone talks about trackflation, but it just keeps going really. Like we've seen so many records be challenged. Even the men's 400, which is one of the most like polarizing to see go down with Wade Van Niekerk back in the whatever that was 2014 Olympics when he broke it.
Yeah, I think so.
Really, he came out of nowhere, but I think Samuel Ngazi from Alabama this year, again at NCAA's, came in with a top 5 all-time time, the fastest Nigerian ever in the 400. Like we're seeing a renaissance of young athletes. With everyone talks about Cooper Lukenhouse, of course, who is still a high schooler and he's competing at the highest level. All these collegiate athletes who they have the longest season out of anyone. They will start with indoors in November, December, January, and then they get a month, 2 months, and they're straight back, and they'll go straight into outdoors, and then you have NCAA championships, which were last month, high school championships, which even the month before that. So if you're like Cooper Lukenhouse, you have those. He doesn't have NCAA's, but he still has national competitions, which are going through this month and next month. It's like it's such a long season, and these younger athletes are just able to crank out so many competitive races, and they're able to compete at the highest level. It's just awesome. I mean, that's my cleared for takeoff.
Yeah.
That's really my cup of tea, of course, but
Yeah.
it's just so cool. I mean, NFL stuff. Obviously, we kind of talked about that, but Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah,
What the
I
heck,
saw
dude?
that. I saw that.
He
That
got
is
messed up.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that is
Yeah.
just wild.
Broken
And then
ribs,
also,
broken wrist, broken nose.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nose, ribs, a broken hand, and a concussion.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Romo.
What the heck?
Also, what the heck's
Tony-
going on there, Tony Romo?
Tony
He
Romo
would,
and Mark
he would
Mark
never
Sanchez.
do something like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're-
that is
Unbelievable.
wild.
Some shenanigans.
Yeah.
And then what
You're
did
not
you, gu-
invincible.
what did you guys think about the MLB home run derby?
Loved it.
I thought it was really
Did I
good.
think I thought it was great. So that was what I grew up with. That
Yeah.
was the home run derby that I grew up with, where it's just here's what I liked, and this is what I've told people. I liked watching home runs, but the way they had it previously, where it was timed, it was just pitch, hit as fast as you can. This way, where there's outs, you throw a pitch, they hit it, everybody sits back and they watch that home run. And those go 480, 490, 500. There you can admire them more rather than like, oh, he just hit that one 500. You didn't see it because the next pitch has already been thrown.
Right.
But
And it's I like the idea of letting the hitter be able to choose, like, okay, I'm gonna take this one. Let me wait, and like they wanna wait for that ball that they wanna hit. Like I saw
Right.
and the one thing I thought was weird was the magenta ball. Is that what was going on, where they had the color patches, and
Pink one.
people were saying what's his name, was he waited until it wasn't a magenta ball. That I thought was a little weird, but I didn't really mind it. It was still awesome. I thought it was a
No, it
better
was. I
format
thought it
than
was
it has
better.
been.
I would have
Yeah,
liked to
no
seen Schwarber
question.
win in Philly. I
Yeah,
thought that would have been
of
electric.
course.
But um,
Yeah.
Walker is a beast.
Dude.
Am I right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's making what is he making? 800K a year, which is like
Yeah.
That's cheap.
I mean
Like a
that's
rookie. Yeah.
pennies on the dollar compared to some of
Yep.
those guys that are in that
Oh,
competition.
compared to Schwarber. Yeah.
I mean, and he's fighting his heart out there and he's winning it and I just thought that was so impressive.
Yeah.
And then Salvador Perez breaking the Kansas City Royals all-time home run leader.
Record. Yeah.
Just when was that? The other day?
A couple days ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just that was so
Yep.
awesome.
He's on my team. Dingers only.
Giovanni.
I forgot to say this clear for takeoff. What do you think about the Giannis Antetokounmpo to the Heat?
Oh yeah, that's another one.
It's a big one, but I think the LeBron James to Philadelphia is gonna
Yeah.
overshadow
Yeah,
that.
I thought
I don't
well
think there's a whole lot in Miami for. I mean, Bam Adebayo, but
Yeah.
I don't see them being a contender for the Eastern Conference.
Davion Mitchell? Oh, yeah. No offense to the Heat, but Giannis, I don't know if I mean obviously him and Bam, two prolific scorers. Like they're just gonna have like two dominant bigs.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Well, I think it's
I
going to
don't
be
know
more.
how that'll work out.
Who knows? It could have been more a tax thing. Florida
Yeah.
not having taxes could have just been, let me get this huge contract in my last couple of years, and
Yeah.
who knows? He already has a championship, so
Yeah.
it just depends, I guess.
Yep. Should we see about the ESPN home run little
No,
fantasy?
that's fine. That's fine. We'll
Okay.
catch up on that. All right, you guys ready to
And
wrap it
then-
up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have anything else?
Nope.
Morrison, or
You
did
guys
we
literally
have it?
covered everything.
Okay. Perfect.
I think we just recapped the whole summer, to be
The whole
honest.
Yeah.
summer.
No,
At
I
least the
think-
big things.
Once
I'm sure there was
once
other
I
stuff we
got
could have
going
talked
there,
about.
Yeah.
it's hard to stop me. But
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah. All right, let's do to send us home. Here we go. 17-0. Can we build the team?
Okay.
Okay. Fun games.
You guys ready? All right, here we
yeah,
go.
Yeah.
All right, first overall, the New York Jets. All
Oh.
right. Well, we just talked about, let's see. Defense, no.
Wait,
O-line.
what game is this? I can't see
This is
it.
the ultimate 17-0. We have to pick a player.
Oh, okay. So it's gonna give us a team, and we have to
Yeah,
pick what
How's that, Brees?
positions are open.
all of them.
Oh, okay.
Brees Hall. It's between Brees Hall or Garrett Wilson,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah. I'll go Brees Hall.
Okay. Buffalo. I mean,
Josh
Josh
Allen.
Allen.
Josh
Yeah.
Allen.
Okay. Got to get an A or higher. Got to get an A.
Okay.
Giants.
Oh, that's tough.
Scattaboo. Malik Neighbors.
I said we could go Neighbors at the wide receiver.
But he's
Uh,
injured.
Can we go Dexter Lawrence?
No,
Well,
he's
we-
off the. He's with the Bengals now.
Oh,
Well,
freak.
We forgot about him.
We never even considered him.
No.
Wait.
Um.
Dang.
Yeah,
wild.
I would go Scatterboo right there. I think.
Yeah.
Scat.
We could have
I
him. He
think.
would be a solid running back too then, or fullback.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Charges. We go.
That's tough.
Head coach.
Jim
Harbaugh?
Harbaugh. Yeah.
Because I don't. They got rid of Allen.
hmm
Who do
Not a
they,
great tight end room.
I think they have Joshua Palmer. I guess.
Defensively, which
They're
Which
okay, but
Bosa?
they're not great.
they don't have a Bosa, do they? Which
No.
Bosa is? Yeah, I
No,
didn't think
Bosa's
so.
a free agent.
Yeah, he's a free agent right now.
That's what
Let's
I
go head
thought.
coach.
All right.
Okay.
Jim Harbaugh.
Jim Harbaugh.
Okay.
Oh gosh. McBride for sure.
Tight end,
I mean, he's the best option.
of course.
Let's go Texans. Wide receiver, tight end.
Texans.
Oh.
Definitely not their O line. Maybe their defense. Texans defense. It's got to be like
Yeah.
number one. They're not
Yeah.
number one in anything else.
Definitely the defense.
Okay. Seahawks.
Coming
They're-
off of that Super
Do
Bowl.
we have a wide receiver like JSN?
We don't. Yeah, I was gonna say JSN,
JSN was
or
the
their
safe
O line
option.
was pretty good.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Patriots. Oof.
Okay.
Their O line isn't good. They don't have a great tight end or wide receiver or tight end.
Do we have
we're
a
stuck.
quarterback yet?
Yeah, Josh Allen.
Yeah, we got Josh Allen.
Oh,
We got the best
oh.
quarterback in the freaking league.
Okay.
I still don't know how they won. How they went to the freaking Super Bowl last year.
Well,
I can't
because-
believe it too.
Yeah, I know how. Bo Nix had a broken leg.
I
Oh,
know.
yeah.
I know.
Don't remind me.
I know.
Sean
Okay.
Let's go O line.
O line.
Oh,
Okay,
They had to
line's
have a-
okay.
They had to have a decent O line.
good enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
enough.
Drake May's getting all those passes. out
Falcons. Do we go
Ooh.
Pitts or do we go Drake London?
Oh,
there.
that's
I
tough.
say we go London.
London
Yeah.
is the safe. London's safe right there.
All right, tight end. Oh, Matt Laporta.
We got Lions. Sam
Yep.
Laporta. Okay.
Or not Matt
Uh,
Laporta. He's former Indian. A-. All right.
That's better than nothing.
All right.
Yeah, we did our best. You know, we had some tough ones in there, like the freaking Jets. Like, what
Yeah, I
are you gonna
know.
do there?
Well, we started
Yeah.
off with the Jets and the Giants
Yeah.
and the Cardinals. First 5, so.
Yeah.
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 It was all right. I think we'll take it.
Yeah, we'll take it.
So, all righty.
Yeah. All right.
Well, boys,
Yeah.
send
Good
us
to be
home.
back.
All right. Subscribe to Ohio Sportscaster so you can watch Shivani Schefter, breaking news and the updates. Subscribe to Top Gun Podcast. Subscribe to Coop Dog Sports. Subscribe to Smee Sports. Subscribe to famous YouTuber Tom Grossi. And subscribe to Deska Sports.
Just getting all kinds of free pub. All right,
Yeah.
boys.
Yeah.
We gotta stop giving out all these free ads, bro.
It's not about being right, it's about sounding confident.
Yes, sir.
All right. We'll see you.
Season 2 is underway.
Here we go.
See ya!